This went. It was. I'll call it semi-viral because a lot of people reacted to this. A lot of people talked about this a bit. So let's check this out.
Just had a man pick me up for a date. He asked me if I was a man in the car. I said yes. This man turns around and takes me back home. Now, this is a very prime example of somewhat fragile masculinity, but also dishonesty. Not on my end, but on the end of the suitor. I met him last Friday at a club when I was out with my girlfriends. At some point, we duck off, we're talking, we're chatting, we're dancing, we're like really having a good time. We're throwing banter back and forth, we're being flirty, all these things. Mind you, I am flat chested as fuck. I am not a woman. I'm just a very beautiful man.
Nice, bro. Sure, stick out. I mean, you know what? Sometimes, I don't mind sticking out in the crowd. I don't mind sticking out in the crowd. I mean, I just thought I wanted to do something different. I was bored, right? I was bored. I was like, hell with it. Let's just go for it. This is insane. This is insanity. Okay. Here's a very feminine man. One, my ex girlfriend was flat chested. So really, that doesn't necessarily make you a man or not. She was, like a almost negative A cup, right? So she was flat chested, which was not what was whatever. Okay. I didn't think that was that big of a deal. So it is not that just a deep fake human. That's the thing where you could be fooled, right? I mean, there are plenty of flat chested women. I mean, literally, makeup, long ass hair, dressed like a woman. Yeah. And to say that he's dishonest, no, you are dishonest. Men that try to portray themselves as, ultra feminine, like literally, you are dishonest.
Proceeds to kiss me, da 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 da, XYZ, right? Has been texting me every day since last Friday when I gave him my number. He proceeds to tell me in the car, I don't really know how to ask this, or, I really just don't know how to bring this up, but are you a man? And I looked at him and I was like, yes, I am. I'm just a very feminine man. He pulls over and he's like, I just want to sit over and just like kind of talk about this for a second. I've never been in this position before, so I'm just like not really sure how to handle it. I had an inkling
Bro, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I hope you are, man. I hope you are, man. Yeah, I love John Wick. I love John Wick.
of a thought, but I didn't want to ask you and you be offended if you were not. However, it's just not something that I'm into particularly. And I think that's part of a bigger conversation as it relates to black men being interested in just feminine energy, period. He proceeded to apologize and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, I just like felt like I needed to get this off my chest and at least just ask. But if I'm being honest, I was just like, okay, yeah, like that's fine, like no harm, no foul, like it's all good. He's like, is it okay if I just, turn around and take you back home? I'm like, absolutely, yes, please. We sat there in silence as he like
Dishonest? That sounds like an amazing man. In a lot of situations, I'm sorry. I mean, you would be dead. In a lot of situations, okay? If he found out you were a man, that you are a man, you will be dead. So dishonest, that man was absolutely respectful.
did it a U-turn and literally dropped me back off. But it goes to show that sexuality truly is a spectrum. And while
No, no, it's not. You make it a spectrum. This is the problem with today's age. So many people make sexuality a spectrum. That is why it's confusing. That is why dating sucks. I mean, like sometimes, a lot of men are saying that now they have to ask because, like, I did a video a while back or a live or something. There was a video I was reacting to, and I was like, she had a deep ass voice. So I'm like, is she a woman? I mean, like, it's so fucking confusing nowadays.
people may not be into whatever parts people have or whatever the case may be, people are just attracted to energy, period. Which is okay. That's totally fine. I completely respect that. I'm not one of those gays that are like, I'm gonna go get the trade and do this, that, and the third. That's really not my vibe. And if you are, I mean, pop off queen, do your big one. But I guess my biggest problem is if you had an inkling of a thought or you felt any type of way, you should have quite literally just asked and been honest from the very beginning. Here, I spent an hour and a half getting ready for a date, not really into it, but like I was like open to, just seeing what happens, what would, transpire out of the whole situation. And yet, here we are. Now, this is a first for me. I've never had this happen to me before. This is something new to me. I'm not humbled in the slightest because I'm a bad bitch. Look at me. Like, hello. And I know.
To be honest, I mean, this is a thing where, I mean, when you look closely at certain people, okay, they look like men to me. I mean, this is why I don't, if I mean, like the jawline, I just find it a lot of things where, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. I don't know. Maybe I have a decent gaydar, right? Maybe I have a decent gaydar where I find it in my personal, like all the times I looked online, right? All these videos and shit like that. I don't think I've seen one that has fooled me like that. So
this is not in vain. I know that God has a partner for me out in the world, wherever he may be. But that shit was crazy as fuck. And
it shows you how this guy's messy. This guy's messy. I hate this. I don't know why these people from the alphabet community do not say everything beforehand. Why are you dealing with people and not telling them beforehand? I've heard so many trans or, effeminate men do not tell men that you are effeminate, you are a man, or you're a trans man or a trans woman. This is why you see, I've heard so many stories of these trans people or these effeminate men getting killed, right? Getting killed because, the man found out and it went crazy.
My theys, my girls, my dolls out there in the world, y'all be safe out there. Truly just be safe. Because for a slight moment in time, I was actually kind of scared for a minute. But yeah, y'all, I don't know. Am I tripping? Y'all let me know what y'all think because I've quite literally never experienced anything like this before. Like, oh my God, I'm like kind of floored. But anyway, on to the next, babes. That's fine. To Mr. Sir, good luck to you. And yeah, I don't know, y'all. It's just so funny. I'm like literally just sitting here in silence, like, oh my God, like I need to like talk to someone about this. But anyway, okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't know. Just had a man.
I don't know. I mean, I've been having a kind of theory that I don't understand why are there so, I mean, like maybe it's because of social media, right? Maybe it's because of social media, but there is such a boom of gay men right now. I don't understand. Why are there so many? I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe it's because of social media. So maybe because when I was growing up, I barely even seen or heard of a gay man. But now, I guess, yeah, maybe it's because of social media. You're hearing this everywhere, trans everywhere. And like, maybe, I don't know. I find it like, if it is social media or if it is a conspiracy, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Uh,
Okay, first and foremost, I did not expect all of this discourse in my comment section. I didn't. But now that I have y'all here,
how can, I mean, this is the problem, right? He said that he met that guy in a club. So this is the problem. I don't go to clubs. I do not go to clubs anymore. Okay. I never liked clubs anyway. It was such a shitty kind of environment. So I never cared for clubs. But this is the problem. Meeting someone in a club, you don't know what you're meeting, right? Particularly nowadays, during this day, time and age, you don't know what you're dealing with. So, yeah, it is crazy. But in the light, looks like a fucking man.
I'm not as emotional or shaken up. Let's clear some things up here, okay? Number one, a lot of people have been like, you should just be grateful that you got home safely. I am very much grateful that I got home safely. I'm very grateful for that, okay? Number two, I get a lot of comments like this. You should have told him ahead of time. Now, with that, here's the thing. While, we could be out at the club, it was dark, whatever, even outside, when my friends and I got into our Uber, he pulled me over to the side and was like kissing me and introducing himself to my friends and this, that.
Oh, he was kissing you? Like, I was like, I would like be brushing my teeth with bleach. But I guess that guy was more secure in his, more secure.
And the third. So I just didn't feel the need to be like, oh, by the way, hi, I'm Donnie. I'm a man. No one's going to do that. Y'all don't go up to. Just had a man. Okay, first and foremost, and this, that, and the third. So I just didn't feel the need to be like, oh, by the way, hi, I'm Donnie. I'm a man. No one's going to do that. Y'all don't go up to people and be like, oh my God, hi, my name is Shaquila and I'm a woman.
See, that's dishonest because here are some women in the comment section saying, we don't have to. We're not cosplaying. But you have, my dear, but you have, but you, my dear, have to share that information. We're women. There's nothing to disclose. It's women are even saying this. Seriously.
Like, be fucking for real. Like, be serious, okay? All in all, I'm not saying that he handled the situation badly. My biggest qualm with all of this is that we had been texting for a week. When he mentioned in the car that he had an inkling, he said, I had an inkling probably a few days ago. However, I just didn't know how to bring it up and not be offensive. Which to me,
that sounds like a really emotionally intelligent man. Sounds like a good man. For him to like really mull it over. Real women don't have to call for D. Exactly, I agree.
I'm like, well, if you had a thought or an inkling of anything, you quite literally could have just texted me and just asked that. And I think I cleared this up with another young lady in my comment section where I said, had he asked me over text, it would have been less jarring. But to have me in a car with him and then ask me, if I was an actual woman, I would have told him to take me home, period. That's it. Now, I have no ill will.
And that's the thing. I mean, to ask a woman if you are a man, it is honestly, I believe that would be disrespectful. So that's why he had a hard time, finding the opportunity or the courage to ask. I mean, yeah.
Towards this gentleman, I'm not making this to be like he's wrong and he blah 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 blah. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, y'all. The point is, communication is key. If you are unsure about anything, someone you're seeing.
Communication is key, yet you didn't even communicate with them. This is a problem with a lot of these stupid, effeminate men. You are trying to trick the world. You are trying to trick the world. Wake up.
Someone you're dating and you want to ask questions as difficult. Just had a man pick. Okay, first and people just having all these opinions. But I'm just wanted to clear some things up for everybody. That way that we are all aligned, we are all in tune, and yeah, we're all on one accord now, okay? And for the people who are like, I'm so glad that you're safe and it could have been much worse, I agree. Thank y'all so much for the love and the support. Like I said, there was like a split second where I was a little scared because I was like, why are we pulling the car over? However, he was a gentleman, he was kind, he was nice. He brought me back home, and that's the most respectful thing that he could have done. I'm not saying that was the part that was.
Because here's the thing, okay? Why I want to show these is because, well, one, these have become like a little bit viral, and these are spicy stories. And two is like, again, we as men have to be aware of what's out there. This shit right here is out there. The other one, that shit right there is out there. So the problem that I find with a lot of, at least young men or just men in particular, we are naive, right? Sometimes we just think we're naive, and our biggest weakness is women and our lust. Women and our lust. So having those in control and not letting that be your weakness and not being naive to the world is very helpful.
Wrong. That wasn't the part that was wrong. To me, the part in all of this that was wrong was that you had an inkling a few days ago. You could have cleared that up ahead of time. It could have saved us all of this weirdness, awkwardness, me spending time to get ready, and you having to drive all the way over here to waste gas to like come get me, and then preparing to take me out to dinner. So that's it. That's all. Okay. I hope everybody got it all cleared up. If y'all have questions, comments, concerns, feel free to get in the comment section if you'd like. But yeah, I just thought that I would get that off my chest. Also, good morning. Happy Friday.
Okay.
So there's a trans woman on here basically talking about how she met this man while she was out with her girlfriends. And basically, kissing that night, they had been texting, I'm assuming for about a week, or, basically they had been texting back and forth. They were flirting that night. He even kissed her that night. And so she goes on to say that they were in the car together and they were on the way somewhere, I don't know. And like, she just didn't mention that. But basically, I guess they were in the car together. And he asked her, well, I don't know how to say this, but are you a man, right? And she goes on to say, well, yes, I am a man. And he basically pulled over and wanted to have a conversation about it, to tell her, I'm not really interested in participating in that. Is it okay if I take you home? She says yes. He takes her home, right? But basically in the video, she's saying, oh, I'm flat chested as fuck. You said you had an inkling of a thought. Why didn't you just be open and honest and ask me? Why didn't you be open and honest the day he kissed you? When you met him, when you were out with your girlfriends? Like, I want to be real honest with y'all. Like, I am a part of the LGBTQ community. Like, I'm able to sit back and say, hey, hell no, that's not right. You don't wait until y'all get in the car and y'all on the way somewhere to be like, hey, I'm a man, after y'all done kissed. Like, I mean.
And here's the thing where a lot of people are saying, right, that he said he's not a trans. Yeah. But here's the problem. You dress like a woman. You dress like a woman. I find it funny with the left. I agree. You could be simps. That's what I'm saying. Where you wake up, where you're not naive. Okay. That's the thing where, yeah. And this is why I think and this is the thing where I hope that these videos, these conversations would be educational, would be enlightening. Okay. That's why I hope one of the ways it could come out of it. But yeah, a lot of people say that he didn't say he's a woman. Yes, but the problem isn't that he didn't say he's a woman. He didn't say nothing. He didn't say he was a man. I mean, to the other guy. He didn't say he's a man to the other guy. So all that other guy got to, the only information he got is what the gay guy portrayed as, which is a very feminine looking person. So by, late night, it's dark, you're tired, you assume this is a woman. So yes, I mean, this is what it's coming off to. It's bringing you back.
And honestly, you didn't even bring it up. Like, wait a minute. Like, you expected him to already know that you were a man. First of all, the trans woman is beautiful. I wouldn't have thought that she was a man. Like, she just looks like a
I would have thought she's a man. Or I would have thought he was a man.
Beautiful woman that just so happens to have a deep voice. Like, and some women are flat chested. Some women don't have boobs. So, of course, the question has to be asked because the deep voice is there and you are flat chested. The question does have to be asked, but also you as a trans person, it is your responsibility to bring that up to people that you plan on taking it there with, or plan on dating, or anything. You know what I'm saying? Y'all kiss. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that should have came up then. It never not once came up in the text messages and y'all were texting the entire time. That doesn't make sense. And in my opinion, I feel like she's playing a dangerous ass game. Like, I genuinely don't feel like that's safe. Like, you wait until y'all are in a car in a compound space together, in a compact space together, I mean, and it's just y'all two, and knowing that some men are dangerous as hell and homophobic and transphobic as shit, I don't think that was smart. I'm gonna be honest and say, while yes, she does have a deep voice, he still asked, and he was a gentleman enough to take you back home and be honest that he didn't want to deal with you. She's trying to say that this is an example of fragile masculinity. I don't feel like that was fragile at all. I feel like he handled it very well, because genuinely, men do not usually take that well. They don't. They get violent. And I'm really glad that he didn't get violent. But to say that his masculinity is fragile because he accepted what you said, communicated how he felt about it, and acted accordingly, you feel like his masculinity is fragile, that's insane to me. That's insane to me. I'm sorry. So there's...
Yes, that's why it's absolutely, that was disrespectful on that guy's part, by trying to take shot at his masculinity, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I just thought that was interesting. It was an interesting story to share. But again, this is the problem with today's day and age, right? Another layer of problem. And in my opinion, kind of a problem that women have created by supporting this bullshit. Women are supporting the gay men. Women are supporting the trans women. Women are supporting this alphabet people. Women are supporting that shit. This is why, I think this is why this crap is so prominent. Okay, so this is another layer that men will have to deal with, which is crazy. So